Yes, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? This is Cookmo channel. I request you to subscribe, to like, and continue following. Today, in our bag, I am going to share with you the analysis of the text of the play Return of MGOFU. Return of MGOFU is a play that is written by Francis IMBUGA. Played by Francis IMBUGA. The things I'm going to look at with you today, the things I'm going to share with you, includes the characters, all the scenes and the scenes and the acts, the setting, thematic concerns, the themes, and some questions plus character traits related. In that case, let's look at the characters that are within this play. This character, in this play, we have characters like Thori and Thoriwa. Thori and Thoriwa. Those are messengers from the ancestors. Thori is a husband to Thoriwa. Before their death or before their murder, they are now messengers from the ancestors. Then we have Kadesa, leader of the exiles from Mondika, after the first madness. And now she settled in Nderema, that is Kadesa, the priestess of the shrine. Mode, a trusted soldier of Mwamirucho, leader of the Democratic Republic of Nderema. We have Bizia, is one of Kadesa's son, also a hunter, and a guard at the Shrine of Peace. The Shrine of Peace is the shrine at Kitagali. Then Matia, Bizia's brother, also a hunter and guard at the Shrine of the Peace. At the Shrine of Peace, we have Nora, MGOFU Ngoda's expectant wife, and she's the youngest wife of MGOFU Ngoda, whom he lives with to go to Nderema when things are tough in Ndika, where he couldn't make it to the Shrine of Peace. We have Adonijah, a good Samaritan with a disturbed mind. This one you will know more about him. Scout 1, Scout 2, these are undercover agents from Ndika sent to know much and more information about MGOFU Ngoda by Mwamihando. We have Mwamihando as the president of the nation of Ndika, and is a young man, the husband to Mama Enos. We have Sariku, state hostess, and Asha at Mwamihando's residence. We have Mizira, mistress of master of ceremonies, and Asha at Mwamihando's residence. We have Ntange, a member of Mwamihando's inner circle, Ndanya, Navi, also members of the inner circle. Then MGOFU Ngoda, the son of the great half-blind seer, who is currently living in Nderema, and the father of Nora, and the father of the personal assistant of the Prime Minister of Nderema, the brother to Nora Vulivao. We have Nora Vulivao, MGOFU Ngoda's daughter, named after her mother, MGOFU Ngoda's mother. Yes. As we proceed, I want to take you through the setting of the text. The text of the play MGOFU Ngoda is set. The text or the play or MGOFU Ngoda is set in two places. That is Nderema, a neighboring country in the southern part of Ndika, and then a country called Ndika, where the major events take place. In this case, let me take you there. Um, Events in the play take place in Nderema and in Indika, two neighbor countries. The conflict in Indika forced some citizens to flee the country and settle in Nderema, where they are received with two hands. They set up a camp at the Kadesa's camp, which is Kadesa Shrine. The first scene happens in an open marketplace where we have people from all walks of life, to show that the story in this play is meant to appeal to all of us. Socially, MGOFU mainly shows three communities. In Indika, who fight leading to some to take refuge in Nderema, a neighboring country, at the time and post-independence contemporary African. Now, the people who are listening to me as well as viewing what I am saying here, it is okay to sketch at least two drawings, one representing Nderema as a country and then another one representing Ndika as a country. Ndika should be in the northern part and then Nderema should be in the southern part. Then in between them you can place what we call the border for you to best understand this. Act 1 scene 1. Act 1 scene 1. We have Act 1 scene 1 opens at the market. Where we see Thori and Thoriwa trying to share information from the past and what led to their death. In the marketplace, we come to realize that they were once lovers. We come to, in that same scene, we come to realize that Thori and Thoriwa were beheaded just because of the misunderstandings amongst the people of Ndika, whereby we see that they started greeting one another with machete, leading to the second madness. In this open air market, the two approach the market while pushing one another in a wheelchair. And then when the other tells the other to address the other is hesitant. But in the end, they proceed to narrate the ongoings of what they saw by themselves, where others were burned to death. MGOFU Ngoda Senior living in Ndika with his youngest wife, that is Nora Hulivao, and then they create the knowledge that Ndika is a place where major events take place. Then we move to scene Act 1, Scene 2, that is in Nderema, and it is at the Shrine of Peace in Kadesa Shrine in Nderema. The Shrine of Peace is at Kitagali, that is in the northern part of Nderema. We come to realize that this place is headed by a woman, but early in the morning brings Mode, a trusted soldier of Mamirusho, to come and warn Kadesa about the outbreak of the second madness. And then in that outbreak of the second madness is where we see that MGOFU Ngoda sets off. Please quote me clearly. Kadesa lives in Ndika in the first madness with her children after the death of her husband. But now this is the second madness, in which we have seen MGOFU Ngoda Senior living also with his youngest wife. But because Kadesa is one of the people who left Ndika, she is taken to be prone of being attacked by the people of Ndika just because she's in Nderema and she's heading a camp. And the ones they are burning in Ndika, they are said to be followers of Kadesa. In this case, so being that Nderema is a peaceful country and they have different sources where they can get information, the president of Nderema sent Mode, a trusted soldier, to warn Kadesa to be alert. But this one finds Kadesa early in the morning trying to pray. We have which ushers in the two sons At first, then Matia comes in, where the second son, called Matia, comes in with a pregnant woman. That pregnant woman is escorted by an old man, and that old man is described to be having a burdensome on his head, meaning that he is old. That is Adonijah. When they come, they are given a piece with the Mude first of all hiding, but again he comes back. In this scene, we come to realize that Ngofu Ngoda is dead, and he dies at the border of Vundika and Nderema. He couldn't make it to Nderema. He died, and then the wife had to continue with the Adonijah. And then by the wife continuing to Nderema, she was already in the time of delivering. In that case, she is given assistance by Kadesa at the shrine. Though the three, Matia, Busy, and Mude, remain outside trying to confront one another. Then a baby boy is born at the shrine. That baby boy is born, and we realize that in this scene we see that Mude, that Adonijah, the person whom everyone has been taking to be a person with a disturbed mind, says he is back. He is back. Ngofu Ngoda is back. He said he will come back. He reflects on the words said by the late Ngofu Ngoda Senior. Being that he was half-blind seer, he already knew that his wife is going to produce a baby boy, and he asked Adonijah to help him name the baby after him. And then in that case, we see that Ngofu Ngoda Jr. is born. From there, we go back to, we move to Act 2, Scene 1. Act 2, Scene 1, it opens at Mwami Hando's consultation chamber. Act 2, Scene 1. It opens at Mwami Hando's consultation chamber. This Mwami Hando's consultation chamber is where Mwami Hando has just received the two scouts who are back from an errand, a national duty from Nderema. That's to find out more information about Ngofu Ngoda, where they report everything about him, that he has two children, a boy and a girl, and the daughter has just finished her studies in international relations from the University of Southampton, that he is alive and kicking, is revered and treasured in the whole of Nderema. When he wants rain, he can call it, as well as he heals people by just using words. And then from there, we move to Act 3, Scene 1. Act 3, Scene 1, it opens with the we move to Ngofu Ngoda's shrine. Remember, this is not at Ngofu, this is no longer a Kadesa shrine, but it is Ngofu Ngoda's shrine. But before coming here, we go back to a scene where there is a scene that we have just skipped. Sorry about it. It is there is a scene that we have just skipped. It tells us about the issue of the messengers from the ancestors, that is Thori and Thoriwa, telling people that for us we have done our best. It is now you who are supposed to. You have known that Ngofu Ngoda is alive and is respected, and now Ndika is under the president, is under the leadership of Mwami Hando, a president of vision, a person who knows what to do. In that case, people should respect him and they should follow him and they give him time. That is in that scene, which leads us to the Mwami Hando's residence, receiving of the scouts. From there, we move to another major part of Mwami Hando, calling what we call the inner circle meeting. Inner circle meeting comes in. Mwami Hando shares information with the inner circle members, that is Ndanya and Navi, Ndanya and Ntange, about his dream. They discuss matters, problems affecting Ndika, as well as we come to realize that the first lady, Mama Enos, is sick and bedridden. We come to realize that they discuss on the issue of changing their titles. Discuss on the issue of changing their titles. Then Mwami Hando reveals to these people that Ngofu Ngoda is alive and they should prepare to invite him back. They should prepare to invite him back. He tells the members of the inner circle. So from there, the other scene we move to is the Ngofu Ngoda's scene. Ngofu Ngoda's shrine, and that is Act 3, Scene 1. Ngofu Ngoda's shrine is no longer Kadesa shrine because Kadesa is dead. Under this scene, Act 3, Scene 1, we see that Ngofu Ngoda is alive and old. A baby who was young in Act 1, Scene 2, but now is old in Act 3, Scene 1. He's an old man with 2 children, respected. He's like his late father, in that case. So, his wife, his wife is dead. His mother is also dead. Kadesa is also dead, and all of them are buried in Kitagali, the Shrine of Peace. Ngofu Ngoda is also buried in Nderema, a foreign land, because after his death while crossing the border, Adonija informs Kadesa in Act 1, Scene 2, and he asks them to give him proper burial. And they went and collected his body remains and buried them. So Ngofu Ngoda in Act 3, Scene 1 takes the emissaries, the people from Nderema, who have been sent by Mwami Hando to request him come and visit Nderema, his home country. He takes them to the shrine to have a look at the people who died when they didn't know. They discuss matters that involve Ngofu Ngoda reminding them that Mama Enos is dead, which the members of the inner circle did not know, and they told them to move back the next morning. In that case, we realized that the girl has just returned from abroad, and they discuss matters of him coming to visit Ndika, and they discussed the matters to come and visit Ndika on their National Remembrance Day, which is a day prepared to remember and never repeat the same things that happened in the past. The National Remembrance Day opens, it is in Act 3, Scene 2. Act 3, Scene 2, the National Remembrance Day, we have so many people who have come to witness the celebrations. But in that case, the organization, the city that would have been the one for the First Lady is not occupied. So Nora Ulivao is still a younger girl, younger lady, ready to get married. In this play, we didn't see any boyfriend presented. In this play, we didn't see any child presented that she may be the daughter or child of Nora Ulivao, the daughter to Ngofu Ngoda. So she's single as well as an educated person, a loving one, and open-minded. So she escorts her father to National Remembrance Day in Ndika. So that's where the title of the return of Ngofu Ngoda comes from. Ngofu Ngoda's coming back to Ndika on the National Remembrance Day is a symbol of peace and unity. That when you forget the past, unity is created and peace is promoted. Ngofu Ngoda's father and mother left Ndika in turmoil, in suffering, leading to the death of Ngofu Ngoda's father while crossing the border. But now he accepts to come back to Ndika to honor the invitation of Mwami Hando. For any other given person would refuse. Now the return of Ngofu Ngoda, that's where the title comes from, the return of Ngofu Ngoda. If we were to look at the themes, if we are to look at the themes within this text, There are many themes, and there are many themes in the text, the return of Ngofu. There are many themes that the playwright deals with. We have ethnic violence and its consequences. We have social injustice, change, leadership, the supernatural, peace and unity, forgiveness and reconciliation. We have violence, stroke tribal conflicts and its tribal conflict and its effects. We have uh, um, and others. When you look at change is there. You look at administration that is under leadership. We have we have something to do with the democracy. If you look at Mwamihando, everything that a good leader must possess is presented through Mwamihando as a character. That is, we have good leadership. We have uh, we have death. The death comes in the killings of the people within Indika, and even the death of Ngofu Ngoda. Look at the Ngofu Ngoda's mother, Junior, Ngofu Ngoda's wife, Kadesa. We have tradition, we have forgiveness and reconciliation. Thori and Thoriwa come from the supernatural world to tell the living about the need of forgiveness and reconciliation. They first narrate how they met their death, but now wish the living to coexist peacefully. The soiled water can still be distilled to freshness. That is the forgiveness and reconciliation. We have social injustice. Bizia opposes the idea of Nora, that is Ngofu Ngola's wife, giving birth inside the shrine. Bizia is the son of Kadesa, but in this case, is he supposed to deny this woman a chance to be in this shrine? Because he's not the leader of the shrine, it is his mother, the leader of the shrine. This is a case of gender discrimination. Nora Ulivao is a woman, Bizia is a boy, actually is a man. Where a pregnant woman, more so one who is just about to give birth, is seen as having a propensity of defiling the sacred peace. That calls to mind the fact that women have over the years, both in African tradition, even in biblical history, been discriminated against on account of states like having recently given birth or even being in their menstrual cycle. So, in this case, the themes within the play, we have social injustice, we have forgiveness and reconciliation, we have tradition. And that tradition, we look at the some traditional practices with a view of advocating for doing away with the ones that have become obsolete. One of the traditional beliefs and practices that have become archaic is one that denies women a chance to take leadership positions. You look at Mwamihando Indika is planning to include the women in his leadership. Planning to include the women in his leadership. Mwamihando considers making changes to outlaw this problem. The Rema has already taken it into control. We have democracy. The issue of democracy is seen through Mwamihando as a character, a person who asks to take the second turn from his members of the inner circle, and then he is requested to listen to what the people want. Even when he goes ahead to consult from his wife Mama Enos. We have the supernatural world, that is Thorian. There in that case we have the Thorian Thoriwa coming to give us good information of the past. We have good leadership that is inclusive. It brings everyone who has a role to play on board. We have we have leadership. Yeah, look at Inderema. It's under the presence of Mwami Ruto. Look at Ndika. It's under the leadership of Mwamihando. Look at the shrine. It at first it's under the leadership of Kadesa. Second, it's under the leadership of Ngofu Ngoda. Then look at the members of the inner circle. Those are all leaders who lead. Leadership is presented through those ones. And then change. Change of administration of the shrine. Ngofu Ngoda taking over after the death of Kadesa, change of president leadership in Indika, leaving after those ones who were interested in who were interested in taking everything for themselves, to the upbringing of Mamehando to take over the presidency. So many things change within the play to really bring out the theme of change. Then we have peace and unity. Thori and Thoriwa in Act 1, Scene 3, are full of praise of Ndika's new younger leader, Mamehando, whose good leadership has brought peace and unity in the Nika. Mamehando is a person who believes in good leadership and peace and unity. He brings people together and he advises these people, Thori and Thoriwa, advises people to cooperate with Mamehando. This one, that one presents peace and unity. And then, in that case, violence and conflict. The madness that takes place within Indika leads to the displacement of so many people to the neighboring states, even the moving away of their treasure, that is Ngofu Ngoda Senior. If you look at the violence, this violence leads even to the death of Kadesa's husband, the father of Bezia and Matia. This violence leads to the death of so many people like Thori and Thoriwa. This violence leads to the displaces, it affects development within the state of Ndika. Then, with the characters, to go deep, these characters, the major one, we have Kadesa, Mamehando, Ngofu Ngoda. Kadesa, Mamehando, Ngofu Ngoda. Ngofu Ngoda, the son of Ngofu Ngoda Senior, the great half-blind seer. Kadesa, she is the priestess of the shrine in Inderema. She is portrayed positively to be admired. She is an intelligent woman with admirable communication skills. Kadesa is a hospitable hostess. Look at how she welcomes Nora at the shrine, where one of her sons is denying chance for her to give birth from there. She is also depicted as a fearless woman. The place she is given to set up the camp is taken to be the place of Ogs, monsters that eat humans, but she does not fear. She takes over and they clear the ground, they establish the place. Kadesa is a kind woman, and her kindness is presented through her characters. Then, despite her status as priestess, Kadesa remains respectful. However much she is the leader of the head of the shrine, she is respectful. She's in a country which is not theirs, but she still respects the president. She respects the president Mwamrucho as well as the people he sends to her. Then Mwamehando is the president of Ndika. Mwamehando is a younger man. He is described by Thori as one with a good head above his shoulder. This depicts him as an able leader of exceptional qualities who has managed to restore sanity in the hitherto troubled society. Just like many other characters in the play, the leader of Ndika people is portrayed as a peace-loving character. Is a peace-loving character. That is Mamehando. He is intelligent. Mamehando is intelligent. Look at a person who wants to receive information before talking about something. He sends the scouts, security agents in the present day society, we can call them like that, to go and find out information, dig information about Ngofu Ngoda. Then he is inquisitive, an inquisitive leader. He asks so many questions before coming to a decision. In addition, Mamehando is hospitable. Look at how he handles people and then how he treats Ngofu Ngoda on his day of coming. If it is given, another president would not do that. It is also important to note that he has a good sense of humor. Look at the scene where he is discussing with the members of the inner circle. They discuss, they laugh, even where they talk about issues of changing the titles. They laugh, sense of humor. Mamehando is democratic. He wants to leave the seat of presidency, but people are saying that he should stay. So he asks, he inquires from the members around him whether to take the term or not. Mamihando's open-mindedness is yet another positive trait that makes him an outstanding character. He is an open-minded. He accepts advice from people. He takes chances. Then Ngofu Ngoda. Ngofu Ngoda is the only son of the old half-blind seer who flees Indika and dies after crossing the border to the south. To the south that's where Nderema is located. This Ngofu Ngoda Senior is the father of Ngofu Ngoda Junior. But the Ngofu Ngoda we are talking about is this Ngofu Ngoda, the boy who is born in Nderema, whose father died after crossing the border in another country called Nderema. He takes over the administration of Kadesa Shrine after the demise of Kadesa. This boy takes over. He is treasured, he is revered throughout Nderema because of what he does. He's more of like his father. Over time, he becomes an influential character in Nderema, just like his predecessor. He is a hospitable priest of the shrine. Ngofu Ngoda is an intelligent man. Look at how he gets information. He's up to date. The Memizaris from Ndika are not knowing whether that Mama Enos is dead. And there is mourning. There is no mourning. They are going to bury, then they mourn. As they want to leave, and they propose the plan of how they are going to handle things, Ngofu Ngoda tells them, please wait. We shall conduct some things when something is done, because the first lady is dead. He is an informed man. He is also peace-loving. He is also a strong-willed old man. And Ngofu Ngoda is a selfless character. When the other given character, after being invited, however old he is, another character would just refuse, another person would just refuse. But Ngofu Ngoda does not take into account all that. He just accepts and he respects the invitation and he honors it, and then he goes back. Ladies and gentlemen, for the students, I have some questions here for revision purposes. Question number 1. Explain the importance of Ngofu Ngoda's return to Ndika in the return of Ngofu. The importance of Ngofu Ngoda's return to Ndika in the return of Ngofu. Then discuss the character of Ngofu Ngoda in the return of Ngofu. Question number 3. What is the importance of Thori and Thoriwa in the play, the return of Ngofu? Explain the admirable qualities of Mamihando in the return of Ngofu. If you look at these questions, one thing I want you to understand is that when a question is asked, just go direct to the question. Make an introduction. Avoid giving a generalized introduction which talks about the history of the play, talking about the author, the characters who are there, the themes which are there. Go direct to the question. Like, explain the importance of Ngofu Ngoda's return to Ndika in the play Return of Ngofu. Go direct. Your introduction should embed information in line with Ngofu Ngoda, and then you give a leading statement in line with the importance, because you are going to tackle the importance. You get it? Then question number 2, discuss the character of Ngofu Ngoda in the return of Ngofu Ngoda, the return of Ngofu, which is the play. You're going to tackle the character. We need brief information about the character of Ngofu Ngoda, and then you give us the character traits of the character. Then what is the importance of Thoriwa and Thoriwa? If you look at Act 1, Scene 1, what would you call the importance of these two characters? They are messengers from the dead, from the dead who have come back. Of the information they have come to share, what do you pick from there? Try to analyze it. What you pick there, which lead to the progress of the play, should go under the importance. Then explain the admirable qualities of Mamihando in the return of Ngofu. The admirable qualities. This question also calls for character traits, but it is brought in a different way. Subscribe to my channel, that is Kukumo. Follow, like, and share. Thank you so much.